Hello everyone, this is Sam from DATEC Studios. In this video, I want to show you how to work with transform tools in Photoshop with shortcut keys. I know many people have difficulties to work with transformations in Photoshop, but actually it is very simple. I googled iPhone image and found this image. Simply go to select menu, subject, alright, and create mask. And because I don't need any extra information, right click and convert it to smart object. Alright, now we have this iPhone isolated. Now, because it is a smart layer, information won't lost. It is simple but very useful tool to use transformation. Go to Edit menu and enable Free Transform, or press Ctrl or Command key from your keyboard to enable it. Because it is a smart layer, as you see, we have these two diagonal lines here. If we go to Edit menu again and Transform, we have different options here like Scale, Rotate, Skew, Distort, Perspective. Also we have Warps and Rotation and Flip. But honestly we don't need to use them from here. Before continuing, I like to use legacy old method. So go to Edit menu again, Preferences, and General, or press Ctrl or Command K from your keyboard and make sure you enabled Use Legacy Free Transform. I prefer to use legacy method. Okay, so press Ctrl or Command T again. If I start grab any corners, as you see we could resize it, and if I move it other side, it will flip horizontal or vertical. Undo that. Okay. Also you could grab edges. In legacy mode, if you hold on the shift key, now you could keep aspect ratio and resize it. So if you hold on the shift key and start dragging, it will resize it. Note that if you hold on the Shift and Alt or Shift option on Mac and now start resizing, it will change the size from the anchor point. I could simply grab anchor point and move any other place I like, for example here, or you could set presets from here, or simply hold on the Alt or Option key and click and drag any place you like. For instance, this time I move my anchor point to here. Now if I hold on the Alt and Shift or Option Shift on Mac and start resizing, as you see, it starts transforming from this anchor point. Alt and click to move center. Also, if you move your mouse pointer out of the corner, now you have bended arrows which represent for rotation. If you hold on the Shift key, the angle is snapped each 15 degrees. And note that again is still working with anchor point. So if I move the anchor point here, and now hold on the Shift key and rotate, as you see it is rotating based on your current new anchor point. So allow me to reset to set on here. So resizing, hold on the Shift key, keep aspect ratio, hold on the Alt Shift and start resizing from the anchor point. Freely rotating, hold on the Shift key, angle is snap. Alright. Now, you could also hold on the Alt or Option key and grab the edge to do same for resizing. Even working with anchor point again. You see? Allow me to undo that. Alright. Now, if you hold on the Control or Command key, note that your mouse pointer will change to a small white arrow. Now, if I hold on the Control or Command and start grabbing, as you see, it is start distorting and perspective. It is very handy, very useful. Control and click. Allow me to cancel and press Control or Command T to do transformation again. So Control and move. Note that it is moving perspective and freely. If you add Shift key to this combination, which I mean Control Shift or Command Shift on Mac, now it is only snap to horizontal or vertical angle. See, it is not moving freely, vertical or horizontal. Also for edges, hold on the Control key, move it freely. If you hold on the Shift key, it moves only vertical or horizontal. Control Shift, Control Shift. Allow me to cancel. Again, Control or Command T. And now, if you hold on the Shift, Control, Alt or Shift Command option on Mac, you could set perspective with angle snap at the same time. You see? Control, Alt and Shift. Allow me to undo. Control, Alt and Shift. If you hold on the Control Alt without Shift, it will change the perspective, but because it is a smart layer, simulate like skew. Control Alt Shift. So Control Alt Shift, Control Alt. Now let's work on some practical way. Alright. I brought a monitor image and also another image here, and I want to fit it into monitor screen. Right click, convert it to a smart object. It is not mandatory, but highly recommended to not lose your information. Control or Command T. I usually decrease opacity to see the below layer. So simply hold on the Alt Shift or Option Shift on Mac, resize it first. Set one of the points. You could use even arrow keys to move your layer slowly. Hold on the Control and set first point. For more accuracy, you could zoom and move it any place you need. Alright, don't worry about these jagged edges. After confirming, it will get anti-aliased and smooth. Control again, set here, and Control, set here. Alright, I bring opacity back and simply press Enter to confirm it. You see, first practice, it is very simple, which this side need a bit transformation. Control or Command T, and because it is a smart layer, we have our last points of transformations. Control or Command and simply move it here and Enter. That's it, very simple. In Photoshop CC 2021, we have a new feature. If you right click on your transformed smart layer, we have an option named Reset Transform. If I click on that, as you see, all transformation will revert. Let's do another practice. I googled person. I found this image. We have an image here. It is a smart layer. So press Control or Command T, hold on the Alt Shift and resize it. And I will move it here. Imagine we want to make reflection of this person here. So I create a guideline, which it is not so correct here. It should be somewhere like that. Duplicate your layer. Select below layer. Press Control or Command T. Now you could move your person down here like that, or right click. We have flip horizontal and flip vertical. Allow me to show you. Flip horizontal, other side, mirror from horizontally, and flip vertical, mirror vertically. So I could move the anchor point here and then right click, flip vertical. You see? Reflected. Press enter to confirm. Still, you could make some adjustment. For example, if you have so imperfected surface, hold on the Control, Alt, Shift or Command, Option, Shift on Mac and make it a bit wider and bring back taller. Okay. For now, allow me to move all layers a bit up. Maybe make it smaller to fit in my document. Alright, I don't need this guide anymore. Select the reflected layer. Alright, now for example, I could go to the filter, blur gallery and tilt shift. It is not bad place, but something like that. Make it more blurry. Okay. And if you need, you could make it a bit transparent. I create a mask. Black color. Okay. Enable gradient tool. You could choose black to white or black to transparency. Doesn't matter here actually. And I start click and dragging to make a bit faded out. Still, you could unlink and move your mask any position you need. If you need extra modifications, simply select your mask, brush, black color and start making white. Something like that. It is very simple. Alright, let's do another practice. But this time I want to introduce Warp tool on free transform. I came back to this iPhone, press Ctrl or Command T. We have an option named on toolbar is Warp tool. If I click on that, in new versions of Photoshop we don't see any grids like older versions, but we have a lot of features. First of all, on the Warp, by default is set on custom. You could use any presets like arc, you see. Allow me to zoom out. We have a point here. If you grab it, you could resize it and transform it. Allow me to undo. Also, we have change warp orientation for other side. I could set other types, for example, flag. And now we have points here you could set. Again, you could change the orientation and modify it, which it is very handy. Allow me to reset. But we have here grids. In new versions, grids have default. You could set on 3x3, 4 and 5. Default doesn't show you any grid points on middle, something like that. Allow me to show you default. But you have these points, you could grab it. Also we have handles like bezier corner, you could transform them, which it is very handy. Allow me to reset. Or you could set something like 3x3. We have not only here, we have points here, you could set it, rotate it, resize it and any type of deformation. Even you could grab any edges or borders here and deform it. It is great tool. Reset. And we have manually here. Split warp both horizontally and vertically or just vertically and horizontally. For example, one vertical here and one horizontal here. Now you could set your control points and deform any type you need. If you hold on the Alt or Option key, you could quickly create another points and splits. You see? Also undo works here well. So hold on the Alt or Option and quickly create any split you need and start deforming. That was quick introduction of free transform tools in Photoshop. Thanks for watching. In the future, I will provide much more videos on practical way to use free transform tools. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos.